Everywhere you turn, cop this, people are shaking their heads and saying the world's gone mad. Let me go to Oxford University. And the often violent protests begun almost 5 years ago to remove the statue of Cecil Rhodes in order to, quote, decolonise education, whatever that means, and to, quote, secure racial transformation, whatever that means. The statue was unveiled, for God's sake, in 1934. And the protesters argue Rhodes was a British imperialist who wanted to continue British rule in South Africa. Cecil Rhodes, I might add, was born in 1853 and died in 1902. This is another classic case of seeking to destroy the past because it doesn't conform to some values of the present. Don't worry about the good that Rhodes did. Traditions, though, even at Oxford, apparently are up for sale to the highest bidder, because we learnt earlier this month that Oxford University is to rename the Wykeham Chair of Physics after Tencent Holdings, which just happens to be a Chinese multinational technology conglomerate which apparently has donated nearly $1 million to the university. The Chair of Physics is, of course, a professorship established in 1990. It'll now be known as the Tencent Wykeham Chair to honour the computing Chinese conglomerate. Of course, Tencent has extensive ties to the Chinese government, and I don't have to document to you the values that they espouse and practice. They would make Cecil Rhodes faint, violating freedoms of speech, movement and religion, the death penalty, the one-child policy, no freedom of the press, no independent judiciary, no due process, very few workers' rights, discrimination against ethnic minorities, repression and worse of Christians, Tibetan Buddhists, Uyghur Muslims, Falun Gong, religious groups. I'd be here all night. So the Cecil Rhodes statue must come down because he was, according to some rowdy nincompoops, an imperialist and a racist. But the Chair of Physics is up for sale to the highest Chinese bidder and not a whimper from the human rights lobby. What's the next move, do you think? A Xi scholarship and the conversion of Oxford University to one giant European Confucius Institute? Yep, the world has gone mad.